The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. And from the team sheet, we derive that they are going with a 3-4-3 formation, Jim.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this shape, Peter. Managers that set up...
Haaland! Haaland! That is brilliant! That is a gem! Absolute gem! And that's got him off to a flyer!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the...
Big chance! Ernest. Salah. Xavi Alonso. Raul. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Schlotterbeck did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Raul. And he welcomes it in. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Mateus.
Victoria are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
There's the shot! That is delicious! He's got himself an absolute peach. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Right card.
Barcelona, just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to...
Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Victoria.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And he's had it nicked away. Schlotterbeck, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he's intervened well there. Rummenigge. A lovely pass, but can he get there? I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Looking to play him in, and this is Raul. He's had a shot! Danger averted for now. And it's half-time here. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
And if we just back... It's Salah! It's hit the upright. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Mohamed Salah just denied by a lick of paint. We're talking centimetres.
And he plays one through. check, gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And it's Salah, and he cuts out the supply. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. Nicely weighted ball. That's tidy. Alonso. Ernest, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Can he get it through? Now, can they get him away? He's in space and looking for options. An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Mateus. And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's tried one!
Substitution for Barcelona, number 18.
Victoria with their first corner, the first in the game for either
Number
side,
10,
actually.
El Hadj Diouf. Number
gets
15,
big.
Xabi Alonso. Number 9, Mateus.
Good ball, and the shot!
11, Raul.
And the assistant referee has his
Coming
flag
on the
raised
field,
for offside.
Number 20, Darwin
Victoria
Núñez.
really are going for it
Number
here,
7,
Peter. Now it's just a
Owen.
matter of sustaining
Number
the effort.
13,
There is
Beckham.
an irresistible,
Number
irrepressible
17,
look about them here.
Conte.
A lucky
Number
break would certainly
27,
help their cause now.
Bayern.
And it's Beckham, looking for the run. Owen. Showing good feet. Cross goes in there. Check deals with that, nice and simple.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Darwin. Bojan. Caught offside that time. No unnecessary risks, and the game is peaked. He's having a go! Riveting on! That is just brilliant! A finish of true class! Dying minutes, and we're all square again! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Indicated.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Koeman. And we're done. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Rummenigge voted man of the match, and deservedly
Just
so.
a quick request today for everybody to please
So, Jim,
kindly
how do you
remove
reflect
any
on
cars
what we've
parked
seen?
on the road
Yeah,
outside
this looked the
stadium.
most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And already we're underway here. Parma have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, one of the attacking advantages...
And Cruyff! Johan Cruyff! Unequalled in the history of our beautiful game!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of. He's going for goal! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Now the cross, he gets big! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Now he's got space here. Oh no, that was never going to make it.
Victoria are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Vitinha is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Gerrard. And he was quick to react. Zanetti. Now Schlotterbeck. Tete. Koeman. Nice looking ball. Oh, that's clever. And this is Cruyff, who saw the danger and he went crashing in. Mateus. Now, can they get him away? Koeman. Mohamed Salah. That's an imaginative pass. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Rummenigge. Hernes. That ball looks a good one. Shoots! It's in! Victoria back on level terms!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right. Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Zanetti. Mateus. Now Hernes. Rummenigge is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot.
Might want to be careful there.
Looking to play him in.
There will be 1 minute added
Nicely shaped ball. Now it's Cruyff. Shot a goal! And it's a goal! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserved.
And it's half-time here. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition.
Oh, what a mistake! Tries a shot! And it's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter. But you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
So all square and not for the first time.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much...
Just the keeper to beat! He's having a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Hernes deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him. Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Mohamed Salah. Victoria couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Can he get away here? Rui Costa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pirlo. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Mohamed Salah! Goal! Victoria! And the comeback is complete. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And yes, it's him again. Victoria get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, it's come loose. Gerrard. Zambrotta. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. Palmer with the corner. There first. Looking to go deep. And it's hoisted clear. And that's a throw-in. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Parma really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And it's Gerrard. Tries to pass it through. Mateus. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Victoria have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Ernest taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most influential.
Without a doubt, pure class.
Rummenigge, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Casemiro, the ball's gone astray. And that's been won straight back, looking to pass their way through. Gerrard. And here's Haaland. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Gerrard.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up.
Mbappe! There it is! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish. And I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Melbourne City have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And here's Cruyff. And Cruyff! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mohamed Salah actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Victoria with the corner, there first. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Haaland. Great vision. That ball looks a good one. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. And he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. And the pass is intercepted. Rummenigge. Mohamed Salah. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the shot! Haaland proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Can he finish? Just cruising! They are cruising! And they're at it again in double quick time.
3 minutes at a time.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Melbourne City are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all.
And the first half is done. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children's announcement. Would the father of a boy in a blue hat kindly make his way to the information centre?
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Over to the left. Mateus. Vitinha. Finding their passes. It's a really well-measured ball. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. And he can clear it away.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Not the most accurate pass.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Casemiro, and now the breakaway. Oh, super ball! Rummenigge is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Mateus. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now this could be a chance. That is a crunching tackle. Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Tries a shot!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Melbourne City clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And this is Mohamed Salah. And they're back on the ball again. It's Salah! Loose ball in for the pieces! Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Kimmich. Cruyff. Schlotterbeck promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, that looks a cracking ball.
Victoria really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Kimmich. 5 minutes left on the clock. And this is Cruyff. He's shooting chance! Oh, brilliant save. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Hello, everybody, and
So bring it on. Hike expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The
everybody,
game yet
and
to kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
Batistuta. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Nunez. Can he get on the end of this? Vitinha. Koeman. Ernest. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Vitinha. Koeman. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Vitinha.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And here's Nunez. Vitinha is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Looking for options for movement. And he's straight offside. Ernest. Might be taken. Rummenigge! Goal! Victoria! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
After 25 minutes is...
Victoria have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Now this could... And the shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better chance than that, Peter. That is disappointing.
Pepe is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And he shoots! And he hits the net! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust. You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
It is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
The counter-attack is on here for Inter. And here's Batistuta. Zanetti deals with that comfortably.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Nice bit of trickery. Oh, good ball! And the half-time whistle goes. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. Second period then underway.
Victoria clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Now it's Messi. He's had it taken off him. Vitinha, Rummenigge. Mohamed Salah has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Van Dijk.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's intervened well there. That's really well cleared. Passes short and sharp. Rummenigge under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him.
And the finish! Goal! Victoria! And they've got their lead back. So what's your view on that goal then?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And here's Nunez, and And he's had a hit! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Nunez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. Mohamed Salah.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And it's Neymar. Now he's got space here. Pepe cuts out the pass. Mateus, a picture of focus and alertness. Ernest. Ernest. Who's looking wide. Rummenigge. Nunez is onto it in a flash. Oh, it's Dembele. And it's Robertson. Neymar. He's found the way. Neymar!
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Mohamed Salah. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Victoria can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
That's a sharp pass. Neymar. Now it's a real chance. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that's another throw. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. That's that, the end. Victoria pulled through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Ernest taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. Giorgio Chiellini, Jim. Now there is a defender who loves to defend.
Yeah, and he's a very capable one too. I mean, this guy is all about courage, physicality, athleticism, about as hard as they come. Although I personally like to see him paired up with
Embolo! Wayward.
Paris Saint-Germain. Really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And it's Vitinha. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pedri. Zakaria. Ernest. No, that's been intercepted. Kimmich.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Pedri crosses. And that's the keeper's ball. And here's Messi. Vitinha is always looking to break lines. Pepe calmly anticipates. Victoria yet to have an attempt on goal. There's a quick free kick. Danger averted for now. Koeman tries to pass it through. He's onside. Decent chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Incoming delivery. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Rummenigge looking to run onto it. Kimmich, and it's Embolo. That's been cut out, well played. Koeman. Ernest, Mohamed Salah. Can he get it through? Mohamed Salah showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Messi. Serginho, he's picked his way through, and this is Embolo. Can he finish? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. There's the whistle for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Don't you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time.
Substitution.
Victoria really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here, upping the intensity and the tempo.
Can he finish? It's loose. Oh, it's fallen loose again! Marvellous goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Victoria have penetrated for the first time.
And Talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Now this could be a and Shevchenko! Vitinha. Kimmich does really well to win the ball there. Messi! And again the keeper stands strong.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
Ernest.
Victoria are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
And this is Messi. Koeman has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Rummenigge, and he's certainly onside here. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Pepe clears it away. Rummenigge looking to add to his goal. That's a nicely shaped ball. And it's Salah. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, that's fabulous. Shot a goal! And it's no mistake! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Rummenigge duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Victoria are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Now it's Messi. Finding their passes. And he's hit on goal. Oh, shooting! Oh, he's hit the bar! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
He's on it, can he get away? And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And he is just ripping it up. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And with that, the hat-trick is cooked. And a shot! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Victoria have got it back and they'll have another go. Mateus. And here's Messi. Oh, that's well spotted. Vitinha. Added time is up and there goes the whistle. Victoria pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Rummenigge, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carry.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, Tchouameni. The Frenchman being a robust, relentless pressing machine who also excels in ball retention and recycling. I noticed he's surprisingly good at progressing play when on the ball too. Keep watching him.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Gerrard! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Zanetti with the clearance. Cruyff. And he's had a hit! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket and some! About as smooth as it gets! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Victoria finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Great vision.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
It's a pretty loose pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get...
He's had a shot! Tchouameni.
Omia Ardija
Trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively.
And a chance! In for the pieces! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Ernest, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Now it's Shevchenko. Shevchenko stood his ground strongly. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Cleared without complication. And it's Vitinha. Ernest, there's the shot! It's a goal! Victoria back on level terms! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the...
Shot a goal! Gerrard. Shevchenko. Now it's Mbappe. Mateus. Rummenigge. Now Ernest.
2 added minutes.
Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. That's a lovely, neat pass.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And the first 45 minutes are up. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
Victoria will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Victoria.
Great chance! Victoria! What an incredible feat! A legendary feat. 200 wasn't enough, nor 300. Now he hits 400. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Victoria take the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another? Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Ibrahimovic providing an outlet on that flank. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Nicely aimed pass. Mateus, the man synonymous with solidity. And it's Gerrard. And here's Shevchenko.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Rummenigge, they're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Koeman, Vitinha, Ibrahimovic, Zanetti, Koeman. Pass is coming off in quick succession here, and he was quick to react. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Victoria clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Quality ball. Now it's Shevchenko. Can he finish? Oh, what has happened here?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Shaw. Ibrahimovic.
Omia Ardija really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Pepe cuts it out, and he's picked out the run. And that's too far for anyone.
There will be 1 minute.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Finding their passes. Goes for a shot! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Mateus, ready to try one. And that should get the job done. And that's it. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Hernes picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise
today,
there.
Please take some time out to give your support
Well,
to our
from
fair
behind,
stadium
Jim, that
front.
is some win, isn't it?
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around. Going behind seemed to strengthen their resolve, and it's been a wholehearted reaction and an absolutely terrific win.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way.
There's a player below us, Peter, that I've always admired. Franco Baresi, a defender with wonderful composure and discipline.
Can't say I'm surprised by your assessment there.
Yeah, one of the great liberos. His intelligence put him on a level higher than the rest, I think.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's gone forward. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Batistuta. Mateus. Mohamed Salah. Now that's well seen too. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Fiore. Nicely weighted ball.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
And this is and he's had a hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Referee's given a throw. He's in a great position here. And he's being shifted off it. Stojkovic. And he skips past his man. He's being urged to shoot.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Hernandez. Let's make sure that's not getting through. Ernest. And that could set him on his way. That is good alertness. Stojkovic. Ernest. And no, that was never going to make it.
Paris Saint-Germain, we're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up.
Big chance! Messi! Oh, that is beautiful! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So we have our breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
He's tried one! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And he's intervened well there. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Vitinha. Ernest. It's a pretty loose pass. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Victoria.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we're already back up and running after half-time. Chance, surely! He's scored! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Chance for a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Oh, cracking ball. Mbappe, real chance! And yes, it's there! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite...
Ernest! Got to be quick to recover this.
Ernest really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to...
Can he finish? Really well taken goal. Back within 1. They have them in their sights again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Oh, right place, right time.
Oh, that's excellent. Such a clean tackle.
Well read, nice interception. Adams.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Messi! Oh, taken with style. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fiore. That's the throw.
Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain. Number 22, Fiore. Coming on to replace him is number 8, Hirotoshi Nakata.
Petit kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Stojkovic. Hernandez swings it across. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, nicely intercepted. And the pass is intercepted. Can he get it through? Oh, he's onto this. Can he finish? He scores! Late drama, late goal. This will be one frantic ending.
After 87 minutes is...
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Substitution for Paris Saint-Germain.
Victoria give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Number 24.
Well, who's under pressure?
Nakata! In he goes again. It's in. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence, and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
He's having a go! Oh, that is very close.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
No, that's been intercepted. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job.
Hello, everybody, and this is a quick reminder
You look
to
back
let
on the
you know
game then,
that you'll
Jim.
be able to
Victoria
catch today's
desperately
match
failing
broadcast
to
live on
impose
Aircraft
themselves on the
FM
game.
station.
Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Elise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now, and he really is growing into something quite devastating.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Rummenigge was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Showing great feet there. And this is Ronaldo. They want to be quick to recover this. He has a look up. Vittoria, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Rummenigge. Oh, nicely intercepted. João Neves. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Vitinha is always scanning the pitch for targets. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. João Neves. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's been played through. And he's found a way. Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, that is asking for trouble. João Neves puts a cross in. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And it's Vitinha. Now it's Olise. Schlotterbeck deals with that comfortably. Mohamed Salah threads one in. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. João Neves. Mateus. Ernest. Looking for the run. Vitinha. Ernest. And it's Salah. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Olise. He's beaten the last man. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. Cristiano Ronaldo! Ooh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Rummenigge. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ernest looking to be a menace in the final third. Great chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Vitinha puts the ball in and reclaimed it in a trice. He's having a go! Loose ball now and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Vitinha. Olise. Good driving run. And this is Ronaldo. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Ernest. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Shot at goal! Oh, he's been caught napping. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Now Ernest. Oh, cracking ball. Rummenigge! That was probably asking just too much. Driving on and making good progress. And he welcomes it in. Olise. And it's Vitinha.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Victoria with the corner. They're first. France are looking to go forward now. Mateus. Vitinha. Some really good ball movement.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, that's nice. Has a shot! Yes, he's done it! Finally, finally, finally! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
France take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
There will be 1 minute added time.
And here's Mohamed Salah. Tries a shot! They've scored! Tying minutes, and we're all square again. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper would...
And time is up. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Ernest taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Just a quick request today for everybody to
How would you
please
summarise what
kindly
we've seen
remove
today
any
then, Jim?
cars parked on the
Victoria
road outside the
certainly
stadium.
had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. Manchester United have gone 4-3-3. It's a mighty effort! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Griezmann really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Looking for the run. He's got away. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Mateus. And there's the shot! And that's off target.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. First quarter of an hour gone. Hoeneß receives it in a good position here. Hoeneß is offering some sort of an apology there. Encourage the... It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Well, that looks a decent ball. That's the keeper's ball. Cristiano Ronaldo, expertly cut out, really nicely done. He can get that clear. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Rummenigge gets flagged offside. Chouameni. And here's Batistuta. And this is Ronaldo. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. In towards the back stick. Big chance! Goal! Manchester United! Olise at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
After 34 minutes is...
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Looking to pass their way through. Well read, nice interception. Rummenigge. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Zanetti. And it's Pedri. And it's Pedri. And this is Batistuta.
1 minute added time.
Koeman. Pedri wins the duel. And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Victoria.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And he has kicked it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Hoeneß. And he's in on goal. Oh, shooting chance! It's there! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application. and now they'll want another.
After 52 minutes,
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Rummenigge demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Vittoria grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing. Cristiano Ronaldo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Zanetti did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Zanetti cuts it out. Stood up well to him there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And this is Ronaldo. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Vitinha. And this is Mohamed Salah. There's the shot!
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on the...
And Batistuta! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Pass is just off target.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Rummenigge. And the referee brings it to a close. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Rummenigge taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next
Hello,
2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like
today's
that.
match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then.
A proven leader, a proven winner, and a talisman for both club and country, Peter.
Yeah, Gareth Bale is certainly all of those things.
You could almost say he's the perfect attacker, easily one of the fastest players around. And remember all that beautiful technical football that was done at speed, because he always had that pace in his game. And remember his aerial strength too. He was very, very good heading a football.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now it's Cruyff. That is good alertness. Ernest. Kimmich takes control of it and he's on the move. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking to pass their way through. He's through here. Check clears. And they're quick to get it back. Pepe is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Victoria are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. And here's Mohamed Salah. Tries to play it through. So nearly the perfect ball. Victoria with the corner. They're first. Terrific header! And now they can spring out of defence. De Rossi conjures time and space where few can. Threads one in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
It's Bale! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! A finish of true class! Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Vitinha is the team's great visionary. Rummenigge. And here's Mohamed Salah. Rummenigge! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Rummenigge really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he was quick to react. Koeman. Now Ernest. Can he get on the end of this? Jordi Alba. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Victoria.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Victoria really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And this is Bale. Vitinha. Mateus. Law. And that pass just didn't quite work. Now it's Cruyff.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Moore. Cruyff. Victoria needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined.
Shot, surely! Now that is commitment to the cause. That has been knocked clear. Thinks about the shot. Victoria are looking to go forward now. And he's intervened well there. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Taken back almost at once. Now it's Cruyff. Played back in. Oh, good take in a good area.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
It's made its way to him. Real chance! They've scored! There seemed no way back, but they are level. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much...
Takes the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And this is Cruyff. He's free, he has got space. Lovely feet. He's in space and looking for options. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Rummenigge voted man of the match and deservedly so.
And
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Victoria can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
This guy, Roberto Carlos, really is a unique player, Peter.
I don't think anyone would argue with that.
The pace,
Now, who's going to be first to this?
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And that's a throw-in. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Hullet. And now the breakaway. And that's really well manoeuvred. It's played through for him. Roberto Carlos. Now he's off and running. Pepe kept his eye on it, and he's there. Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And he thumps it clear. And it's Hazard. Looking to play him in. Vitinha is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Hazard will not want to lose out. Real chance! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Vitinha, this looks promising. Can he get it through? Vittoria, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Now it's Hullet. That looks a good ball through. And the finish! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Portugal have their third corner. Ernest can get it clear. And they've got a throw. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ernest, the specialist in tearing teams apart. And here's Eto'o. Hazard. And this is a... Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And it's Hullet. And he's had a hit. It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught napping. And this is Hazard. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cleared away. Hazard. Rummenigge. Ernest. And it's been played through. Rummenigge. And he shoots! Oh, they could be caught out here. And it's
There will
Vitinha.
be 1 minute added time.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Vitinha has got himself a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Ernest! And the first 45 minutes are up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And we are up to the break.
Victoria ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway. So neither side has yet broken through. Ernest. Oh, it's Salah! And he has kept it out somehow.
Mohamed Salah clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Caceres looking to pass their way through. Ibrahimovic. Pepe deals with that comfortably. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Well read, nice interception. Ibrahimovic tries to play it through. He's in plenty of space here. So their fourth corner of the game. Keeper's dealt with that. Victoria have the chance to go the other way. Mohamed Salah couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
That could spell trouble. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Nicely aimed pass. Rummenigge. Edmilson. Koeman. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he's managed to get rid. And he's only too happy to take that back. Nice sequence of passes, this. Here's a chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And there's green grass ahead of him.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And there goes the final whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Victoria can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.